This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
Question is, so the last question of this, describe a time you struggle with pressure or a deadline. How did you answer this?
Right. Okay. By the way, for all of these behavioral questions, everything is on the portal, and everything has been answered by TS for you in unique ways. So you can, in different ways, reuse and recycle answers. Funnily, even for this one, they didn't just want me to describe a feeling, they wanted an example too. So in this question too, I reused a Terraform question, Terraform answer answered by Shahid Bhai, because there is a Terraform question. I can find that the question that Shahid Bhai answered was, how did you roll out Terraform migration when you first implemented Terraform, considering you had a running environment? Shahid Bhai talked about how this can be a tricky situation because you have to use a specific command, Terraform command, to import the environment. So I don't know how, but in that moment I thought, okay, I'm going to describe how one time I felt some kind of deadline and pressure, and I used that example. I said we had to roll out our Terraform migration, and this was when we first implemented Terraform, and then I said this is how I felt, and this is what I did, and this is how it worked out, and it became successful. So this is what I mentioned, why all of the answers that you'll ever need are already here. You just have to learn, keep everything in the back of your mind. You can use them creatively. So this is how I answered this question. I described that of course, pressure and deadline is a big part of this role. And well, firstly, we have to be accustomed to it and know how to handle ourselves well and manage our time and efforts well to avoid any struggle. But one time there was a struggle that I faced. And then in this kind of answer, why I used that example for that question, Terraform question that Shahid Bhai used, because again, I'm talking about Terraform and I know this company loves Terraform. One, this answer has both a problem and the solution. So in this kind of answers, you have to show, yes, you struggle, but you were also successful, because they want to see even in tough moments, you can thrive and you can do well. That's why I chose that kind of example, because it mentioned that, oh, at first the problem was, oh, I'm new. We were just rolling out Terraform. I didn't know how to do this thing. There is a pressure and a deadline to create the environment so we can get started already. But then there's a solution. I can use the Terraform import, I can create that environment, and then I can, as Shahid Bhai answers everything, it details everything, and then, it's a really good answer that covers a lot of things. So with one behavioral question, I both showed how I struggled, how I recognized the problem, how I also solved it, and I also brought a little bit of technical interview question into it too. So again, hitting a lot of birds with one stone. Again, sharing my line of thinking with you. At first, during interviews, I didn't think like this. I have Sheep Looser as my witness. Some interviews, I just stared at the screen and couldn't answer anything. And then later on, you practice and you do mock interviews. You learn. You turn every stone, open every door. Of interviews, and then eventually you get to a point where you can get comfortable and you can connect answers better. So that's how I answered that question.